I'm designer of Hold'em High. It's a poker game with worker placement and cheating. We're set in an old saloon situation. The game is played over 6 rounds, and whoever has the most money wins. Each round, you're going to have player turns. You do one thing per turn: pass, lock, or cheat. Then eventually everyone reveals their hands, find a winner. People earn money from side bets. Then we clean up the board and do it all over again. Very simple game. It's 2 to 6 players, ages 14 and up, about 45 minutes. Kind of a lower complexity game, not too light, but maybe a little higher than a Ticket to Ride, 2 out of 5. It's a poker game inherently, so yes, there's some luck, and I am trying to make a solo mode, but till then, I will keep this little area in red. Alright, next page 2. I have the board set up. I'll just do a quick introduction to the components. You have the main board here. The board, as you can see, has 5 card slots, like in Texas Hold'em. And they get discarded face up. So you can card count. It's a game about cheating, so everything in the game is meant for you to cheat. For example, even the finished physical copy will have marks on the backs of all the face cards, so you can actually look at opponents' hands and know if they have a face card or not. So yes, there are 5 spaces here. You also notice right away that there are 6 action selection locations, each with 3 spaces for stacks of poker chips. In this game, you're going to be using your poker chips as workers. Your poker chips are going to be assigned color by player color. The value is all the same for all chips. And the biggest thing to know ahead of time is that chips are not money. No, they are just your workers. Money is money, chips is chips. They're 2 separate things. So here's me cleaning up the board at the end of a previous round. Everyone gets all their chips back. So no separation anxiety for anyone who did not do well that round. All right, so we're imagining here a 4-player game. It's a regular deck of poker cards. Here I have just quarters, gold and silver for $5 and $1. There's a dealer button, which just means you're the dealer, which means the next player is the first player, and you go clockwise. And that's it for the basics of the components. You have obviously a player aid that we call a cheat sheet. Your cheat sheet is 1 piece of paper that's folded in the middle with 4 pages. On the left of this, you'll see your character, and you have a special player power. So whenever you peek, you can do it a little more special than everyone else. Peek's one of the 6 cheats you can do. On the right-hand side of this cheat sheet, you have all the actions: pass, lock, swap, shoot, peek, tip, draw, and wash. And it might seem like a lot, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you want all these at your disposal. Now, the back of your cheat sheet will show winnings on the left and poker hands on the right. A lot of people forget the exact rank of poker hands, so it's nice to have it just right there, right in front of you. As far as winnings go, it is going to be a little different than regular poker because you'll earn money in 4 steps. Step 1, the winner gets all the money in the shot glass. That's the pot. And the shot glass is seeded from the supply at the beginning of each round. And money can be added to the shot glass if you tip using the tip cheat. Secondarily, if you win the pot and you barely cheated, you didn't spend any of your chips, that's a great thing because you get a bonus of $1 for every chip you did not spend. All right, step 3. Now this applies to any player. 3 and 4 applies to anyone, not just the winner, which is a great thing about this game because you're not stuck with 0 points after 6 rounds. Let's see. So if you bet on the winner, you're going to get $2 per chip you correctly bet. And in reverse, what's fun is, let's say you did not win, or you won, But you're going to get, regardless, $1 per chip that someone bet on you, which is pretty cool. Leans into a lot of bluffing, which is great. So that's the general idea. You're going to manipulate the board. You're going to swipe cards, swap cards, move things around, redraw, peek at your opponent's hands, do things to simulate cheating so that you can manipulate the best poker hand at the end of the round. That's the general idea. Here's a labeled version of the table you see on the left. I think I mentioned all these things. It's very different than regular poker. You know, the chips are not money, things like that. Bluffing is different. And here on this page, I go into a detailed summary of how the round works. There are 3 phases per round. Phase 1 is player turns. Phase 2 is the showdown, the actual reveal of the poker hands to find out who won. And then phase 3 is just simply cleanup. To give you a more detailed explanation, let's go into phase 1-1. Players take turns in clockwise seating order. Start with the player seated to the left of the dealer. You'll usually get 2 or 4 turns per round. On your turn, you must either pass, lock, or cheat. And if you have no available chips, you must pass. And if there's nothing to do at your pass, you don't do anything. Nothing happens. Now let's say you pass. Let's do a quick example. Let's say I'm the dealer, they pass. Next player passes, next player passes. Next player passes. Let's put this back here. And then the next player passes. The next player to pass has nowhere to put a new card. So instead, they take this token, which is called a showdown token. If you have the showdown token, it now enables all players to do this bet action. And everyone gets one last turn, which may include the bet action. When you bet, you take any number of your leftover unused chips, and you, I don't know, maybe we'll just bet 2 on this player. Blue is telling the white player, I think you're going to win because I'm not going to win, and I might as well get some money out of my loss and not have net zero for the whole round. So that's what the betting action is. Once the person who triggered the showdown takes one final turn, maybe they're going to bet on this person. Then the phase officially ends and everyone reveals their hands. If I'm the red player, then I got a pair of 6s. All right. How did the green player do? Green player has a pair of 3s. Nice. Wait, am I looking at a straight? Someone has a 4, 5. Yeah, someone has a 4. They have a straight. Jack. 4. Ooh, okay. Blue has a straight. They have the 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, there's no 7. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue has the straight. Let's see what white has. Jack high and a 4. Okay, so that was the showdown. We revealed. We determined the winner. The winner was blue. 2.3. We award the pot to the winner. So the pot is going to be whatever's written on the board here. Let's zoom in a little bit. For this round, the base pot was $7. And no one tipped, as you can see, because there's no chips on the tip spaces. So blue won $7. Nice. Good job, blue. Now, did blue have any leftover poker chips? Yes, blue had 4 extra poker chips that they did not spend. 1, 2, 3, 4. So blue won a total of $11 for this round. Very well done. Now we're going to skip to step 3 for winnings. Bets. Each player gets $2 per chip they wagered on the winner. So did anyone wager on blue? Nobody did. All right. Now the last thing you check for with bets is hustles. Did anyone convince other players they would win the pot? And it looks like, yes, the white player convinced the blue player and the red player to bet on them. So they're going to get a total of 2 plus 1 is $3. Nice. So the white player stole $3 from the pot that they didn't even win, or from the round they didn't win, which is great. Cool. Step 3 would be the cleanup. Very simple. Everyone gets their chips back. So blue gets all their blue chips, red gets all their red chips. Oops. That noise you hear in the background is a fighter jet. I'm in San Diego. Please excuse the noise. Everyone gets their chips back. Everyone discards all the cards. Everything goes in here. Let's see if it'll let me reset. Nice. Doesn't always work. $52 cards. Nice. Remove the shot glass. This is a wooden bowl right now, but the physical version will be a shot glass. To the third round spot, and it says $8. So I will seed the pot at $8. 1, 2, 3, $8. Cool. And then we pass the dealer token. Dealer gives everyone 2 cards. Two to them. And then the dealer reveals the first card, which is a 3 of diamonds. Now I want to see what I have. I have Jack of diamonds. Nice start. Okay, cool. Well, in this case, blue would go first, and we'd go clockwise. Same situation until someone takes that, then everyone gets one last turn. Rinse and repeat. So that is the bulk of how the game works. The actual experience of playing it's very different. It's much less procedural. It's pretty fun. There's lots of ways to read each other and share information. Quick detail into your actions. I went over pass already, and I went over bet already. A few notes is that you cannot bet on yourself. What else? You can lock cards as an action. I didn't talk about that. Let's say it's my turn, and I really want that 3 of diamonds to stay there. My entire turn can just be locking. Locking costs exactly 1 chip, and no one can ever shoot or swap a locked card. It's stuck there, and I'm safe. I love locking because it keeps the card I want on the table come the showdown. However, it does reveal to the rest of the table what I care about. Unless I'm bluffing. Who knows? Next, we have the cheats. There are 6 cheats on the table. Swap, peek, draw, shoot, tip, and wash. And those are not including bet, lock, and pass. So cheats specifically are the ones with the 3 circles on each. You'll notice that the first thing you have to do is pay for the cheat before you do it. Each circle has a dash on it, indicating how many chips you have to pay to do that cheat. For example, if I want to tip, I just pay 1 chip. Come on now. There you go. If I want to shoot, I pay 2. And you want to pay the cheaper one because who wants to spend more chips if they don't have to? If a location is fully blocked out, then no one can go there. A quick review on what the cheats are. Swap, let's say green swaps. And let's say it's a few turns down, a few people have passed. for the middle of the round, and green decides that they want to take the 4 and swap it with a 6. It's very powerful because not only can you get a card, but you can also plant a card, but it also lets people know one of the cards in your hand. They're going to keep it facing them, but mentally everyone can remember what they have. So that's swap. Shoot, very simple. Shoot is you just say 9, I don't like you, so I'm going to spend 2 chips to shoot you. Bam, you're gone. Flip, and it's an 8. All right, the next one is peek. Peek is very simple. I might have terrible cards, which I kind of do. 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, no, I'm doing okay. But let's say I don't think I'm going to win, and I want to eventually put all my money into betting on blue. I'm going to first peek at blue's hand before it's too late, and I'm going to see what they have. And it's private, only I can see it. They have a pair of 8s, good to know. That was the peek action. It's best to peek before your last turn so that you can, on your last turn, bet better. Tip. Tip is a very simple action. All you do is put down a chip and you add $2 to the pot. So you're sacrificing a chip, which would be $1 if you win, for the potential of doubling it and getting $2 if you win. But if you tipped and you lose, you just gave someone else $2. Tipping is a great way to bluff. It's a way to let people know, hey, my cards are awesome. You want to bet on me at the end of the game, at the end of the round. So that's tip. Draw is very simple. You just follow the icons from left to right. You plus, then X. You draw, then you discard. So let's say I'm red and I want to draw. I simply draw. I get a jack. I like the jack. So I'm going to discard this 5. So everyone else knows that I got rid of a 5 of hearts, meaning that they probably think I gave up on a straight. But they don't know that I have a pair now. Cool. So that was me drawing. The last thing someone can do is wash. Let's say green is like, my goodness, all this stuff has happened and I don't think I'm going to win. Let me just get brand new cards. So green says, forget about it. And they have to reveal what they had. A 4, this is all public knowledge. 4 and a king. And they're going to get brand new cards. And we don't know what they are. All right, and that's those are the 6 cheats and the 3 other actions. You just do one thing per turn until a player wins. Let's say blue passes. It's a jack. I'm loving it. Let's say white passes, which ends the round. Everyone gets one last turn. On my turn, I'm gonna tip, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna win. I have one last chip. Let's double my winnings. 1, 2. They see that I was tipping. They're thinking they probably have a good chance of winning, so they're gonna actually bet the remaining chips on me. Blue is shaking because they don't want to give me even more money, but they get double the money if they win. So they're gonna say, you know what? Fine. Even if I give you 3 guaranteed dollars, I want the chance of $6. And then gray is rethinking their entire choice to pass in the first place. But just to be safe, they're going to bet 1 on, they don't want to give me free money. They're going to keep all their chips so that when they win, they get $5 extra. And that's it. Everyone is now going to reveal their hands. I have 3 jacks. White has, whoa, pocket aces. Green has a 4 and a 5, which is 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. They got lucky with the straight. And let's see. Blue has a pair of 8s. So it looks like I win with triple jacks. So we follow the steps. Oops. These are the steps right here. I win everything in the pot, which is $8 plus $6 is $14. Let's drag all these at once. There we go. Now we're thinking. $14. And I'm gonna get money for all of my unused chips. What color was I? Red? Oh, I have no unused chips. But these people bet on me. So I get a total of 3 plus 3, $6 extra. Because people bet on me. It's nice to have people believe in you. Now, everyone's going to also get the chance to earn money if people bet on them. And no one bet on anyone else, so they don't get an extra $1. However, green and blue both bet on the winner, who is me, and they each bet $3, which means they each get $6. Here's your $6. Here's your $6. All right. Green's finally on the board with $6. That's how you play the game. Updates will be undoubtedly coming. This is version 3.0.1, and it's been a long journey. Thanks for watching.